What's going on, everyone? Today's going to be a quick one. I just want to give you a quick tip in this, of course, competitive market we're in. A lot of us are active on the buying side, looking at properties, writing offers, and just getting out there and doing everything we can to make it happen. Now, just keep in mind that whenever we are submitting offers or communicating with the listing agent or the seller, of course, we want to make it seem like we're easy to work with. We're all human, and of course, we're buying a piece of property. But at the end of the day, a seller wants to work with someone they can communicate with and really complete the deal with. Now, that doesn't mean as a buyer we are going to roll over and give them everything that they want. Of course not. But we can fight, we can negotiate. We can do everything we can to get you what you need and want, while communicating and working well with the listing agent and seller. Now, from the very beginning, from even viewing the property and before we even put an offer together, the listing agent and seller, of course, they're going to be creating a perception of what is this buyer like, what is the family like, are they nice, do they seem honest, do they communicate well? These are all very important. And so, whenever from the beginning stage, again, let's say we're putting the offer together, it's impossible to negotiate everything up front. So as long as you are okay with the big things like the price, whether we have an inspection period or an appraisal contingency, those big things are important. But negotiating, the condition of the corner of the roof that might look like it may have had a leak years ago, or negotiating that the play set stays or goes in the backyard. Maybe in a different market, all of these things can maybe go in the buyer's favor, but not in this market. Step one, the biggest thing is to get an accepted offer. Once we have an accepted offer, once we go through inspections, then we can negotiate bringing in our professionals, and we can get an opinion on, the water heater or the condition of, the slab in the garage or the roof, whatever it is. Bring in our professionals, let them relay their professional opinion. That way, the news is coming from a professional and not from a buyer or even a realtor, because I'm certainly no roofer or contractor. So negotiating those additional things throughout the sale is so important, rather than, quite frankly, seeming like a pain in the beginning to the seller and saying, what about this? What about that? I want a potential credit for this. They're just going to look right past us as buyers if we're coming across that way in the beginning. So step one, let's get an accepted offer. Then we can renegotiate all the medium to fairly insignificant things. You guys know what I mean. Once we're in the deal. But if we try to do all that up front, it's going to be game over, and the seller is going to go with one of the other 5 or 6 offers on the table.